Alert weather now.
Good evening and welcome to the Tuesday night edition of First Alert Weather Now. I'm meteorologist Corey Thompson.
And I'm meteorologist Hannah Messier.
Cold again today, but we're seeing the signs of things changing at least.
Yeah, overnight tonight, our coldest wind chills are actually going to be in the evening rather than tomorrow morning.
And the southerly wind that we felt today was different than the northwesterly wind we saw yesterday. That's going to be key to pushing those temperatures higher.
And that is certainly something we are all thankful for.
Yes, and many parts of the country are seeing cold weather right now. We'll check in on the storm system that's bringing record amounts of snow to the area along the Gulf Coast.
I know several places in the western Florida panhandle have received like 6.5 to 6 inches.
It's pretty wild, and we'll get the details in just a little bit. And we'll also have this week's weather-wise, too.
That's right. We'll talk about how road salt and how it helps people stay safe during winter weather. But first, let's talk about what you need to know tonight. Now, in your first alert forecast, we have a improving forecast, cold but better. Still cold temperatures expected over the next 24 hours, but wind chills in this evening in the teens below zero, and by tomorrow morning likely seeing some wind chills in the single digits above zero. We are tracking a slight chance for some snow showers on Wednesday, and as we head into the later parts of the week and into the weekend, highs in the 20s and 30s are expected, which will feel pretty great after what we've dealt with so far this week. But for now, we still do have a cold weather advisory in effect for parts of the area, but everyone is going to be cold in the area tonight, so just be aware of that. And we do have temperatures in the single digits above zero right now. Feels like the teens below zero, though. Still feeling pretty cold out there, but again, it is going to get better as the night progresses. We have clear skies here in eastern Iowa, but in the western part of the state, there is some cloud cover. We're going to have cloud cover gradually build into the area through the overnight hours into Wednesday morning. We have temperatures, actual temperatures, dropping to 3 degrees at midnight. That's when the lowest temperature is expected. But after midnight, we have those rising temperatures, 15 degrees by 6 a.m. with a little slight chance for snow and winds coming out of the south, 20 to 30 plus. But the snow we're expecting on Wednesday is nothing like the snow that is going to be seen in the south.
No, it's not. We'll check in on that in just a minute. Fortunately, that means that we're also open to fewer delays, cancellations over the next few days as we turn warmer, which is good news for events in eastern Iowa. Your forecast for fun comes courtesy of Chief Meteorologist Joe Winters.
It has been cold and hard to get outside. There's a lot of things though going on as we come through this week and the weekend that you may want to take advantage of. If you're taking a walk outside, Wednesday could produce a little light snow. You'll be hearing about that. Watch the travel path, of course. Could be slippery in spots and stretches along the trails. Thursday, 22, 26 on Friday. That's more seasonal for January, so certainly some easier times to get out as those wind chills will not be nearly as cold. This weekend on Saturday, it's Winterfest in the Amana Colonies. 38 degrees expected Saturday. The events run 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. They'll have a best beard competition, Winterfest games, wine and beer walk, a 5K freezer run. Should be a great time. Winterfest always fun in the Amanas. Also put on your calendar Burfest. That's this weekend in Coralville. It's a noon to 4 o'clock event. 36 degrees in Coralville with a mostly cloudy sky. Taste a variety of beers from 60 brewers across the upper Midwest. And finally, a fire and ice celebration going on in North Liberty. 36 degrees, again, looking for mostly cloudy skies. That event runs from 2 to 8 o'clock. They will have what sounds like a lot of fun, a Snowzilla slide, a fire show, ice skating, ice sculptures, curling, fireworks, bonfire, lots of fun activity at the Fire and Ice Festival. That's been going on for several years in North Liberty. As you can see, as we approach the weekend, there's lots of fun things to do. That's why we bring you your forecast for fun.
It's been a winter wonderland in the far southern United States today. These are scenes from Gulf Shores, Alabama, where people took the once-in-a-lifetime chance to see snow on the beach. Need to warm up? Well, yeah, the air temperature there around 32, but the water temperature a balmy 64 degrees if you want to risk jumping in there. But look at how much snow. It's not just the white sand, it's the white snow that they're seeing there.
I love seeing the ocean right next to
It's
that
cool.
snow falling. That is pretty cool. It was a special treat for people and animals alike here at LSU's mascot Mike the Tiger taking advantage of the wintry weather. 1 to 2 inches of snow fell there. That tiger looks like he's actually enjoying himself quite a lot. Look at him sniffing and playing in the snow. That's kind of cool.
Trying to figure it out, just like any other pet, feeling it for the first time and shaking off that snow too. We saw that little maneuver there. So it's just instinctual, I guess. Plenty of snow has fallen across those southern states. Latest check of the amounts: Lafayette, Louisiana at 10.5 inches. New Orleans now checking in with 8 inches of snow, which is the most anybody alive has seen. There was a winter storm back in the late 1800s that racked up really heavy snow in Louisiana and East Texas. These numbers are pretty crazy. Pensacola Beach, Florida, 6.5 inches. Like you said, that's your old stomping grounds.
Yeah, I have a friend who lives down there, and he was showing me pictures of the snow, and he's like, I don't like this, Hannah, this needs to stop. So didn't have much I could tell him to help him out there, though, but he's hunkering down. So 6.5 inches is a lot for that area because they don't have snow plows. They don't have any salt for their roads. They kind of just have what their regular cars and stuff.
They just got to wait at that point kind of for the snow, things to warm up and to melt. And it will. But when they have it, like we said, New Orleans with that 8 inches of snow from today's storm gives the residents there a rare chance, like we saw those other scenes around the area, to enjoy it.
Yeah, our sister station WVUE caught up with some kids around the Broadmoor neighborhood to get a sense of how they felt about the storm.
I'm like so excited. Like this is like the first time that I've ever like seen real snow, like ever in my life. So this is like such a magical experience for me and everything. And it's like so cool to see everything just like blanketed in like white and everything. It's like so cool for me.
I like the snow. I wish it would have snowed on Christmas, but it's very cold out here.
Yeah, Santa brought a late Christmas present. Very, very late. Wish it was snowed on Christmas, you know. Can't feel my fingers at all.
And I hope that everybody have fun. You know, everybody have their family, you know, have a little snowball fight or something, build snowmans and stuff, you know, enjoy themselves.
It's insane.
Yeah.
It's almost like a dream. I couldn't believe it. Yesterday I was so skeptical, and it's just, I still can't believe it. It's amazing. We woke up and there's all this snow. I was like, this is crazy. And I slept over at her house because I was just so excited like to see this possibility.
Yeah, and the last time snow happened in New Orleans was when we were a year and a half, so it's not like we remember it. So it's just surreal being able to be like here at my house and there's all this snow on the ground and there's like a blizzard happening. Definitely making some snow angels.
Yeah, we're gonna be having a snowball fight.
A snowman.
I'm gonna beat her, obviously.
Some of the snow just like isn't packable. See, it's like really nice, but it doesn't really pack very easily. It's like also could just be me, but it's a little bit sad. But hey, it's New Orleans and we're getting this much snow, so I really don't have that much to complain about. So if I can't make a snowball, that's like the least of my worries.
So today we had broke up. It was more like barely any snow, and now it's like straight up just snowing, face numb. It's like one of the first times in New Orleans, right?
Yeah. And you can like have your dogs walk around free because there's like no cars or people.
But the snow is so crunchy right now. Like,
And you walk around, it's like ASMR.
yeah. Like,
But dude, like when you walk against the snow, like you can feel it like completely encase your face.
it's like a fun experience.
I think I can definitely tell how it would be a big problem if you had to experience this like every day for like weeks and months on end. But I think if it's just like once, it's great. It's great. But like I can definitely see how it would be a problem. And like we don't have the supplies like and the equipment to actually like shovel out the roads. So, like no one can drive anywhere. But yeah, I think it's wonderful for me personally.
Now, your first alert forecast with meteorologist Corey Thompson.
Super fun for them along the Gulf Coast to be able to experience stuff like that. And we've actually got our chance to see a little bit of snow within the next 24 hours. Your first alert highlights the possibility of some light snow as we go through the day on Wednesday. Nothing nearly as heavy as what they're seeing down there, but something that may cover the ground, at least in some spots. Now, as we go through the night, those southerly winds Hannah showed you are going to stick with us. Gusts that could exceed 20 miles per hour at times, really through the morning hours before getting a little bit lighter tomorrow afternoon. And that's as temperatures also get warmer and our our wind chills get less of a concern. Could be as cold as 20 below zero yet this evening, but overnight they'll still stay negative. By tomorrow morning, we lose that negative sign and at least lose it for a little while. So some change in your forecast coming in the next couple of days. That cold weather advisory still in effect for a few more hours here, maybe let go a little bit early just due to the warming temperatures that we're expecting, but clear skies right now will allow our temperatures to slide backwards a little bit. We're down to 0 in Dubuque and Piasta, 5 in Iowa City, 4 in Cedar Rapids. Those winds southerly, but contributing to those wind chills between about 10 to 20 degrees below zero. You still need to bundle up out there tonight. Tomorrow, less of a concern, especially as we go toward the afternoon. That's when those wind chills will get back above zero and in the range of the upper teens to low 20s. For this time of year, and especially after what we felt, that'll be a heck of an improvement indeed. It's all because of this warm front that's off to our west. That will move through and give us that extra little push of warm air. This cold front way at the top of your screen is not far behind, and so we're going to see that catch up to us in a pretty big hurry. Single digit lows overnight, most areas above zero near midnight, and then those temperatures rising, and then we'll see that southerly wind continue to pull in a little bit of moisture, and it's going to be just enough that we could see some of those scattered snow showers through the day. 4 o'clock is when we could start to see them start to develop in our northern zones. They'll slowly track to the southeast, so we may see some of those during the morning commute anywhere north of Interstate 80. Be ready for that possibility. That chance does continue to spread to the southeast and stick with us into the afternoon. Pinpoint Futurecast offers a pretty light amount of snow here. There are some indications that there could be some variation there, but it does come to an end later tomorrow evening as that cold front makes its way through. Winds shift to a northwesterly direction and stay blustery. Trace to 2 inches of snow possible with this system as it moves by. Now, many areas an inch or less, but there could be a little isolated band that develops somewhere across the area that could get up to that 2-inch amount. Something to watch out for, something to keep in mind, and make sure to just give yourself a little extra time to get around, especially during the afternoon and evening. Now, your first alert forecast tomorrow, our highs get into the 20s or even low 30s. So we will see significant warm up by then. Normal highs in the upper 20s. We're actually going to beat that by a couple of degrees. And it's not the last time either, but it may be the last time that we're going to see precipitation for a little while. Head into the weekend, a little surge of warmth on Saturday, a little bit colder for Sunday, a little warmer as we head into next week, but no clear indications of a decent amount of precipitation out of any of those changes. In fact, we're at this point forecasting dry weather for the remainder of the 9-day, but warmer weather as we look ahead toward the middle of next week. That will be, I think, welcomed by those that are hoping for it. It's been a cold week for sure.
It's been a weird January, though. We haven't gotten much snow in Cedar Rapids. Temperatures this week have been cold, but we've had a lot of warm temperatures, too, and the fact that we're going to be in the 40s again for the end of January, that's pretty uncommon.
Yeah, and that we got so cold last night in the teens below zero, 17 below in Cedar Rapids. Pretty hard to do that without snow on the ground. The National Weather Service was running some of those numbers. It's a pretty rare occasion. Usually that happens when we have several inches of snow on the ground. If we did last night, we probably would have been talking 27 below zero instead, and those wind chills even colder as a result.
Right. Well, you don't really want to mess with that, but that is kind of just a testament to how cold this round of Arctic air is in the area. And it's not just the Midwest. It extends again through a good solid portion of the country. But we here in Iowa do have the benefit of being used to, some snow, and we have the resources to handle it when snow does fall. This week's weather-wise question was from a student here in eastern Iowa asking a question kind of about that. I'm here with Faith Boyle today for our Weather Wise segment. So Faith, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? What grade are you in?
I'm Faith Boyle. I'm from Piasta, and I'm in 6th grade at Drexler Middle School.
Excellent. What is your favorite subject in school?
I really like science.
And what are you learning in science?
About sound and how vibration moves.
That's some pretty cool stuff. I bet you're very interested in that. But what is your question here for today?
How does salt melt snow and ice on roadways?
Ooh, that's a good one considering it's January. All right, let's go ahead and answer Faith's question. Now, the answer is all about what salt does to the freezing point of water. So water usually freezes at 32 degrees Fahrenheit. However, when you add salt to it, that freezing point actually goes down. That's because of the way the salt interacts with the water molecules at a molecular level. In regular water at 32 degrees Fahrenheit, the water molecules can form that crystalline structure inside the water. However, with salt water, the salt molecules actually, they get in the way of the water molecules, preventing the water molecules from forming that crystalline structure unless the temperature gets down further. So that's why plows will usually use salt on the roadways in order to lower that freezing point so that it can be 32 degrees Fahrenheit and the roads can still be wet. However, once we get closer to 20 degrees, so below 20 degrees, that's when the salt will not be able to prevent the water from freezing anymore, and you'll likely get ice on the road. So the colder it is, the colder below 32, the more likely that salt won't be able to have that impact. Thank you so much for that question, Faith. If you would like to get your question answered, go ahead and go to kcrg.com and submit your question, and we'll answer it here on Weather Now. Now, Faith, it was so much fun to meet you today. Tell me, did that answer your question? You have any more questions you want me to answer?
Yes, it did answer my question. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you so much for coming down here today. Do you think more people should ask weather-wise questions?
Yes, definitely.
Excellent. Again, thank you so much.
Take it from Faith right there. Submit your weather-wise question. And we do have some change in our weather over the next couple of days. As we described, a big driver of that this time of year is the wind, both at the surface where we live and at the upper levels that can bring in a different air mass at times. And over the next few days, southerly winds will be the key to give us little bursts of warmth that comes later on Wednesday, or it does come on Wednesday rather. It gives us a little bit of warmth tomorrow, Friday into Saturday too, when our highs get back from the teens on Thursday to the 20s on Friday, and yes, even into the 30s on Saturday. Now there's a little bit of a setback on Sunday, but as we head into next week, we're actually going to see those temperatures turn even warmer. So these yellow and orange colors represent things that are above normal, and as they get into that deeper orange and red range of colors, that's when things get well above normal. And that will be with us as we head into next week. Enjoy those highs in the 40s while we have them. We know we can still go back the other direction this time of year, and we can still get plenty of snow as we head through the rest of January, February, and even March. But at this point, no additional snowfall on our 9-day forecast. And frankly, no clear signs of any big-time snowfall around here anytime soon, which has just been weird. Our biggest snowfall this season has been, in many cases, less than 2 inches with a single event. So it's staggering to see those heavy totals down south.
Yeah, it is quite a thing to see what's going on in the southern U.S., but I kind of miss the snow. It'd be nice to be able to see a couple inches of snow on the ground rather than having to look at dead grass all the time, which is what it feels like we're doing this winter. We will have to see what happens in the coming months, though. That's
the fun of it, of course. And we will see you back here tomorrow night, this same time and place. For the rest of you tonight, though, have a great night.